Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. I usually go live on Monday, but I changed it up. Changed it up because I did some research. And the research was showing that Mondays and Fridays are not the ideal days to go live on YouTube, whereas Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are good days to go. It was saying Monday is the day everybody is coming back from the weekend. And, Mondays is kind of a rough day for some people going back to work. Then we've had daylight savings time. So I was like, yeah, let's just go ahead and do it on Wednesday. We're going to see how it works. I got to sneeze. Okay, not coming out. I said, let's do Wednesday, see how it works. So I'm here. And today we are going to be talking about, where we talk about why notaries end up failing. So this is going to be a pretty interesting topic. There are a lot of notaries who are getting into the business and they are trying to find their way and pave the way for them to get into it and start making some money, right? Well, let me push this back some because I wrote down what I want to talk about. The first thing is many of us work full-time jobs, okay? And while that is not a reason why your business will fail, the reason for you failing if you have a full-time job is if you know you have a job, that does not permit time for setting up a business. All right. For example, I'm a part of some notary groups and I see a lot of posts. I see a lot of posts. And I think what I'm going to start doing is posts that I think are worthy of getting a little bit more clarification or you guys having questions about. I do want to start maybe doing that for our notary talks because I think it's really important. You post stuff in those groups, and one of two things happen. You either get encouraged or you get bashed. So I think in me maybe bringing some of those questions into our live talks would help, and maybe even get back to that notary, who knows. So anyway, in the Facebook group, there was an individual who was talking about they just got, their notary and they want to start doing signing agent work, but they do not have time to sign up for the signing services because of their full-time job. And so I had to think about this a little bit because if your job does not permit time for you to at least get your business set up, you may want to rethink this. Okay. Because, okay, let's just say you do hire somebody who can sign up for some of these services for you. When the services start calling you, are you going to have time to do the work? That's the question. So, signing up with signing services is not hard. Many of them are already connected to the platforms that you are already probably signed up on. So SnapDocs, ZigSig, Signing Order, Notary Dash, Notary Suite. You may already be signed up with those platforms. So when you go to sign up with the signing service, it just takes you directly to that platform and tells you to click saying that you want to share your information with them. And that's it. So it doesn't take a lot of time. It is time consuming when you do get started because you want to set up your online presence. Okay. Unfortunately, you do have to have some type of online presence in getting your business started because everybody looks online for business credibility. And if you are nowhere to be found online, people don't really want to mess with you like that because they will think that your business is not legitimately set up or maybe your business is not running in a professional manner. Hold on, guys. Every time I get on with y'all, my lips get dry. Never fails. Okay. All right. So, yes, reevaluate your time. Okay. If you don't have time during the day to set your business up, then you may want to choose a time that you are not obligated to do something. So it may be late at night when you're getting ready for bed, or it may be top of the morning before everybody else rises. Okay. A lot of people who have busy schedules during business hours of the day and during school hours of the day, those are the times that they choose to get their things together. At night after everybody has laid down, in the morning before people rise. I see I got 5 people watching. So can you guys say hello? I want to know who's here. I'll continue on though. Next, a reason why notaries end up failing, not learning, okay, from start throughout to finish. All right. Well, you don't really ever finish learning when it comes to notary and some of the regulations and states and so forth. Hi, Natural Jesse. Hi, Nona Davis. So I'm going to reference, uh-oh, hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay. So you have some people who are getting into notary. They're getting into notary and they don't want to read their state statutes. They just want to jump right into it. So I've become a notary and I just want to start doing work. I don't want to learn none of that stuff. I'm just going to just, you know, jump out there. Well, when you start a W 2 job, okay, they hire you for a job. They don't just tell you to go out there and do the work, right? They make you read a standard operating procedures book, right? For me, it's always been this huge binder, okay, 3-ring binder of standard operating procedures that I have to read and I have to know. I have to know what I can and what I can't do. Um, you know, PTO, all that crap, right? You got to learn all that stuff, right? How to ask for, vacation time and your hiring manager and the supervisor and whatever. You have to learn about the company and what your role is before they put you out there. And then, something that we don't have as notaries, um, we don't have direct people we can train up under, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. They put you with somebody to shadow. Okay. Most jobs do, not all of them. Okay. So if your job is one of them that doesn't, then I'm not speaking to you. But most jobs will put you with somebody so you can shadow them and you can see how to do the job. Okay. Notaries are getting into this, and I've seen it in the Facebook groups. They'll ask a question, and another notary will respond and say, "Did you read your state statute?" And then the notary will respond, "I have it, but it's too much to read." What? What? Are you serious? If you have access to a statute, which is rules and regulations for your state, you need to read it. You need to read it. It's going to tell you what you can and cannot do in your state, at least, at the minimum. And then don't forget, we have the National Notary Association. Um, what is that thing called? It's a manual. Uh, something responsibility is notary professional responsibilities and duties, I think. Don't quote me on that. But you have that you can read. You need to read. Okay. And that is going to hurt you in the long run if you don't. Okay. Because you're going to start out not knowing what you're doing. You're going to build up a bad reputation for yourself, and then you're not going to get customers. Because if we know nothing, people will talk about the bad things before they brag about the good things, right? You don't want to be the one that they're talking about with the bad stuff. Okay. So this is another reason why notaries fail. They don't want to learn how to do notary. They just want to come to Facebook and ask these easy questions that can be found in your state statute or handbook. All right. Next, and that's following into my next topic, or n- not topic, but next point. Getting pulled into the trends of notary not being worth it. So you started notary, you got all your supplies, you get into these groups, and you fall into these trends of so many people who are not successful, by the way, complaining. I've told you guys this time and time again. People who are not doing good in notary are the only ones complaining. Those of us who are doing good in our notary business, we're not complaining. I'm doing very well. I'm not complaining. Okay. So falling into these trends online, all these naysayers and people who are speaking negatively about the field, you don't want to follow them. You don't want to listen to them. Okay. Some of their points are valid. You have some of the companies who take a little while to pay you. Um, in some of your areas, business may not be as fruitful as other areas, but that also falls on you. Before you start any business, you are supposed to research the market in your area. Just because you see that notary is something that you can get into does not mean that it's going to work for you where you are. Now, granted, people are, needing notaries everywhere, but it is area specific based on, and this is based on how busy you will be. Okay. You may live in an area where it's not busy, but the next area or area after that may be, which means that you're going to have to travel. So this is something that you have to take into consideration. You may have to travel that hour to where all the business is because in your immediate town, it may not be busy enough for you to make the money that you're looking for. So you must research your area, research notary in your area. How do you do that? Follow some of the groups in your area. Next door, Facebook groups, a lot of neighborhoods have own Facebook groups. And you can see how many people are talking about notary. You can research some of the real estate, realtor offices in your area, excuse me, the law offices. Call them. Call them and have small talk. Another way you can do research in your area is by going to networking events. There are a lot of networking events that are free, and you can go and you can talk to people. Remember, in networking events, people are coming to meet other people. So that means that they're ready to talk. So this is your opportunity to go and talk to them and pick their brains about how the industry is looking in regard to notary. How often are you using a notary? You may have a person, oh man, I maybe need a notary maybe twice a month. All right, that's not good. Another person may say, I need a notary like every other day. All right, there we go. So that is what I mean by doing research. A lot of you who fail, you don't want to get from behind the computer. You don't want to leave the house. Research requires you to do legwork, and that also includes you not just looking on the internet, not just looking on the notary Facebook groups, okay, and not even just going to these notary meetups. Notary meetups are super cool to go to. You get a chance to meet other notaries, but that doesn't help your business. Okay. You need to go to networking events where your target audience is. And I'm not going to get too much into that because that is another point further down the line. So, researching the market in your area is going to help you to know how deep you can go into the notary business. Okay. Next, not being confident and letting others push you out. So first of all, you got the confidence because, hey, Nicole, you got the confidence because you decided that you want to do it. All right. You've watched videos, your confidence is built up. And now you're like, I'm going to apply. I want to be a notary. You become a notary, you get into these Facebook groups, you hear and follow all these naysayers and negative Nancy's. And what happens? Your confidence plummets, right? You don't want to be in their bubble, okay? You don't want to surround yourself with negative energy. You want to surround yourself with positive energy. You should be following the people who are doing well in the business because those are the ones who are going to help you do well in the business too. Okay. Another point is a lot of notaries, they see that it's not as easy as they thought it would be. It is a lot of work. I market 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I'm marketing. I market every day. Sometimes I market more than once a day. I'm talking to people about notary. I'm meeting people. I'm emailing people. I'm I'm marketing on social media. I'm marketing on my business pages, Yelp, Google, Bing. I'm always marketing. And yes, it is a lot of work. I've even hired my teenage daughter to help me do my marketing content because sometimes I would get a brain fart and I'm like, I don't know what I want to talk about. And so my daughter, she has this fresh young brain, all of these wonderful ideas, and she's been doing my marketing for me. So that's one less thing that I have to worry about. But she is paid to market my business every day, every day. And so, yes, it's a lot of work. If you don't want to do the work, do not be a notary. Okay. You can't expect to get into the field, just put your name on these platforms and just sign up with the signing services and sit and wait. That is not how you're going to build a lucrative business. Now, if you don't wish to build a lucrative business, you just want to make $100 every month, then you don't have to, you can make $100 a month doing nothing. Okay. You can. But you got some people who don't want to just make $100 a month. Some people want to make $500 a month. So that's what, $100 a week. You're going to have to put in a little bit more work. Okay. You're going to have to put yourself out there, talk to people, let everybody know you're a notary, and do some marketing. I'm sorry. You have to do the work. If you want to get work, you got to do work. Let me see. That segues into my next point. Notaries are failing because they're marketing too little or not marketing at all. I hear people so many times, I set up a Google business page a year ago, I've got nothing. Okay, well, what did you do with the Google business page? I just set it up. So have you posted any pictures, added any keywords into your captions of the pictures? No, I don't even know how to do that. Then that's why your Google business page is not working for you. Because um, I'll say 75% of my business comes from Google. Okay. I've gotten direct business from my Google listing. All right. About, I want to say maybe 15% is word of mouth. And then the other 10% is just, um, me talking to people, and, so I guess 25% would be word of mouth, right? Right. I guess. Yeah. But in any event, I get most of my business from my Google page. But like I said, because I know what type of business I want to come to me. I know how much money I want to make. And it's a big amount. So because of that, I got to do a lot of work. And I do it. And as a result, I make the money. Okay. Excuse me. If I stop doing the work, I'm probably not going to make the money. Okay. So you have to market. I know you guys, for some of you, it's like a beast staring over you, but you have to market, guys. There's no way of getting around it. You even got to market yourself to the signing services, because even just because you sign up with a signing service or just because you list yourself on a platform does not mean that they're going to use you. It does not mean that. It just means that you are one in a million and they're going to work with their preferred notaries before they pick you. And you can get lucky if their preferred notaries are not available. and you pop up, they're still going to look and dig deep. So hopefully your profile is filled out completely, because if they don't see what they're looking for in your profile, they're going to look over you anyway. All right. So again, you have to market. Just because you list yourself on a platform, just because you created a Google business page, if you're not doing anything with any of those places that you put yourself, you're not going to get business. Okay. I don't know anyone who just listed themselves, made a page, and got tons of business. Nobody. Okay. You got to work this stuff, guys. Make sure your profile is there, and you have to sign in to these platforms regularly. At least do it once a month. Because what happens is, if you're not doing anything on there, you will fall inactive. That will be your status. Or what it'll say is last signed in, and it's going to say the date. It's going to say when was the last time you signed in. So if you haven't signed into these platforms for a year, they're not going to work with you either. Okay? So listen to what I'm saying. Next, not listening to your results. So those pages that you have, Google page, your Facebook, you're able to look and see how these pages are doing. And if you're not paying attention to what's going right and what's going wrong, you're not going to be successful. Google emails me once a month to tell me how my page is doing and what keywords people in my area have been using. I use those keywords in my captions when I post picture updates on my Google business page. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about posting on your Google business page, I do have a Google profile video. Shows you step by step on what to do. All right, how to set it up, how to post updates and photos. Every time you post an update, which is a picture, it could be a photo or a video, you're going to add a caption. Please add a caption. Make sure the caption that you add has the keywords that people are searching in your area. I promise you it will work. And you do that enough times, you will get phone calls. All right. Next point, notaries fail because they have little to no knowledge about how to set up a business or no knowledge of how business works. Don't forget, I created a free Essential Businesses course. Okay, so the Essential Business course is accessible from our website. When you go on our website, thenotary.educationgrp.com, you're going to go to the menu or the very top of the page. However, I don't know if you're on a computer, this is going to be in the bar at the top of the page. If you're on a computer, it's going to be in the menu where those three lines are. You click that, and then the menu will drop down. Click on courses. I have a bunch of free courses there. Okay. Unfortunately, going to my um, first point, people don't have the time, or they're not making the time to be successful in their business. So they're not going to take the course. All right. Another point, and I've said this before, you are trying to do too much too soon. You're not learning one thing at a time. You're learning a little bit about everything. And you're setting yourself up for failure, because if you don't know enough about everything, okay, if you haven't learned everything about all the stuff you want to do, you're going to end up messing up. You're going to end up making a mistake. Okay. Customers come to you because they trust that the work you do is going to be professional, efficient, and correct. So I know you guys see all the little things that notaries can do. You can be a general, notary, just doing just nothing but just general notary work. Mobile notary, where you're traveling to people. Signing agent, field inspection, permit runner. This new thing they got a trust delivery agent, which I don't know what that is. It's supposed to get you more work with attorneys, but okay. Um, what else is another one? What's another one, y'all? Because it's so many different things out here that people are making these trainings for, oh, apostle agent, apostle, doing apostles. Um, you can assist people with immigration paperwork. Um, what's another one? People are assisting people with getting translations. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that you can do being a notary. But and you don't have to be a notary to do them. Do some of them. But the important thing is that whatever you decide to do, you need to learn it. Don't just say you do it and then do it and you don't know what you're doing. Learn every little thing that you are going to offer to customers because you are supposed to be the knowledgeable one and know what you're doing. The customers, they just coming to you because they need it done. They should not have to tell you how to do it. Okay, so notaries are failing because of that as well. Next, you're networking, but you're doing it wrong. So I'm going to go back to talking about the notary meetups. The notary meetups are cool. It's really cool to meet with people who are like minded, who are doing the same thing as you. It's just a fun time. But that should not be the only networking that you're doing. Your target audience is not other notaries. We're not your target audience. Okay, we can use you as a witness. I can come to you for my own stuff because I can't notarize my own documents, right? But other than that, you're not my target audience. So if I'm only going to notary meetups, I'm not getting the word out there that I am available for hire, okay, to my target audience. So you need to go to networking events where you know people who need your services are going to be. All right. So, limit your notary meetups. Okay. You don't need to be doing one every month. Okay. But try to make sure you're going to not notary, networking events where your target audience will be. Okay. That is how you effectively network. All right. And then my very last point, excuse me, notaries fail because they have not gotten a mentor. Like I said, when you start your W 2 job, they put you with somebody to shadow. The same premise goes for everything that we learn, in the beginning. It's really difficult to just try to learn everything on your own because you cannot learn everything at the computer. You can't. You need to get out there, get experience. There are some notaries who are taking you with them. You know, I'm one of them. You can come with me, especially for witnessing. I have a big need for witnesses, and I can't find reliable people to be witnesses. A pet peeve of mine is knowing that I have all these people listed that can be my witness, and every time I need them, they're never available. So I have to go through my witness list and I have to delete people because I have been reaching out to some people since December. I think it was November or December when I put it out there that I was looking for witnesses, and all these people emailed me, and these are the same people who have never been available to witness for me since last year. Never. I have 3 people on this long list of notaries who I know I can call, and if the time is right, they'll be available. Okay. And they have showed up. But so get a mentor, guys. Okay. And get a mentor who is going to encourage you and motivate you and tell you the right things to do. All right. There are some mentors who make you pay, there are some who don't. Whoever it is, do your research first. All right. Don't just pick the first person you see who talk a good one to be your mentor. You need to find someone who speaks your language. Remember, all of us have our own learning style. So just because a person is doing good, it doesn't mean that their learning style is going to meet your learning needs. Okay. So do your research on these people. Um, Try not to break the bank in working with some of these people. Really good mentors are not going to charge you an arm and a leg because they know how it was when they were starting. That's how I feel. I know how it was when I was starting out. Okay. And my mentors was Laura Buer, Carol Ray, Bill Soroka. And then I also followed Kendra and Vanessa. I follow the five of them on YouTube. Listen to everything they said, watch all their videos. They were my mentors. Okay. And I didn't have to pay them anything. I just had to watch their YouTube videos. And some of them were pretty lengthy, but I was determined to learn everything I needed to learn to build my confidence so that when I got out there, I would do good work. Because that's at the end of the day, that's what you want to do. You want to do good work. You don't want to do bad work when you're getting out there. And a lot of notaries fail because they're getting out there too soon. You're getting out there ill prepared, and it's just not a good look, guys. So that's it. I've covered all my points. Did you guys have any questions, or did you want to add a point that you want me to talk about? Let me know in the comments. Also, what do you guys think about Wednesdays? Going live on Wednesdays instead of Mondays. How do you feel about that? I like it because let me tell y'all on Monday, I was beat down. What did I do? Let me see what my schedule was like on Monday. I had 4 appointments. The last appointment was late at night. I got home, I got in the shower, and I was out. Usually I lay in the bed and I search my phone on social media. When I tell y'all I put that phone on the charger and went to sleep, I was so tired on Monday. Yeah, Nona, I agree. Wednesday was better because today I had a light day. I think I did, yeah, I only did one appointment today. I had a light day today. Okay. And I needed it because, baby, let me tell you, Tuesday kicked my butt. One, two, three, four, five. I had 5 appointments scheduled, one no show. So I had 4 real appointments and I was toe up. Okay. Last night I had a late run. It was 4 people. One person was in another country. So the connection was bad. So, I mean, we got the run done, but y'all, I was so tired last night. So, yeah, Wednesdays I feel are better. How can we put ourselves out there for Ron? The same way you put yourself out there for General Notary, you have to market it. Nobody knows. A lot of people still don't know what remote online notary is, how it works, and whether they can use it. So that's your opportunity to educate people. So if you know enough about Ron, start posting marketing that's educating people and letting them know that you offer this service. This is how it works. This is what it does. Um, a really good sell point is letting people know, all you gotta do is go on your cell phone, right? They'd be like, "What? I can notarize from my cell phone?" It works. And when I have customers call me for an appointment, I always offer Ron. I always say, "Do you want to do this in person or online?" And then the first thing they'll say is, "I could do it online." You sure can. Well, how does that work? And there you go. How to go about drop-in marketing. So, Nona, what do you mean by drop-in marketing? Do you mean by just dropping by offices? Because I'll tell you, if you're talking about that, from my experience, it is not a good thing to just drop into a person's place of business. Um, the thing that you need to know is kind of hard to do. You need to know when is a good time to go. All right. If you've never worked with them before, it's hard to know. So I've dropped into businesses. Sometimes I'll go and do a notary or a field inspection, which is a job site verification or something like that. And I'll notice that there are title offices and real estate offices like in the immediate area. So I always have a stack of business cards with me. And so in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to drop by and introduce myself. Well, there's been plenty of times where I'll drop by and they're all in a meeting and they're looking at me pissed, like, yes, can we help you? I'm like, ooh. So I already know this is not a good time, but I'm already here. So I might as well go ahead and talk to the person who came out. But talk to them, introduce myself, give them my card and leave. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, they're not going to call me because I just interrupted their meeting. There's been times where I've come in and they're on a call, but I can't know if I'm just dropping in, right? So I don't encourage it. I think that the best approach is to do a cold call, okay? If they're willing to talk to you, introduce yourself and ask them if they would mind if you would stop in to speak to them a little bit about what you do and to see if this could be a beneficial um, partnership or collaboration for their office practices, right? And some of them will say, sure. Or some of them will prefer you set up a Zoom call with them, which is even better. If you get invited to do a Zoom call, I want you to create a presentation. Create a presentation. And when you meet with them, have your presentation ready. Let them know. I went ahead and put together a presentation that I would like to share with you. I can share my screen. It won't take that long. It's about 2, 3 minutes long, but I just wanted it to really explain to you all about what I can offer you and how we can be of help to each other. Okay. And some people really like that. I had an attorney office who invited me to their Zoom meeting and I did a presentation and they've been using me ever since. So you got to take the chance that way. I would not suggest dropping in. If you know someone who has done it and they can give you better advice, I would advise you listen to them because I didn't have a good experience dropping in on people. Um, I had a better experience with giving them a call, introducing myself, and asking them if they would be able to take out the time to talk with me in person. Did anybody else have questions? Does everybody else agree that Wednesdays are going to be the day? And then what do you guys think I should call it? Because Wednesday Notary Talk with QA, I don't like that. Maybe it should be Wednesday Notary Chat or I don't know. I don't know. I'm open to any of you guys' ideas. Anybody else have questions? Okay. Wisdom Wednesdays. Now you see, I had went into Chat GPT and it did tell me that. You think Wisdom Wednesdays? And then where could I add notary in that? Because I need to add notary in that so that when people search notary, this will be one of the videos that they're recommended to watch, our videos. Um, Notary Wisdom Wednesdays, maybe? Wisdom Wednesdays, Notary Talk. That's a long name, Jesse. Wednesday, who, what, when, where, notary Q&A. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hmm, I don't know, guys. I guess I'll try to figure it out. I am liking that Wisdom Wednesdays. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go. I have a busy day tomorrow because I have what I just said, Wisdom Wednesday Notary Talk. Is that what I said? I don't even remember what I said. But I have an early day tomorrow. My first signing is at 8:30 in the morning. Next one is 11, and then I have one at 4. So if I don't get anyone to call me between 11 and 4, I should be able to take a lunch. We'll see how that goes. because my lunchtime is always different. Wisdom, Wisdom Wednesday Notary Q&A. Oh, I like that. That rhymes. Wisdom Wednesday Notary Q&A. Okay, Nona, thank you. And thank you, Jesse, too, for helping me try to decide what I want to title it. But Wednesdays is going to be the day that we're going to meet. Okay, guys? That way I'm not, you know, doing this and talking to myself. All right, guys. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you guys for joining. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Make sure you subscribe so that you always are notified when I schedule a video or drop a random video that I recorded. Okay. And always think of things that you want me to talk about because I run out of stuff. Like I said, I am going to start going to the Facebook groups. And if I notice that people are asking questions that I think that you guys would like the answers to, I'll probably start doing that. I think that'll be helpful. But other than that, I don't have anything else. All right, guys. So good night. Talk to you guys next Wednesday. Bye. Oh, and I'll let you guys know if I'm going to do another review of the book. So it depends on how I feel. I'm busy tomorrow and Friday, so we'll see. All right, guys. So good night. Bye.